In this example, we're supposed to create a proof to prove that side PQ is congruent to side RQ. Let's look at what we've been given. First off, we've been told that QSTV is a rhombus, which means it takes on all the attributes of the rhombus, and we've been told that PT is congruent to RT. All of that is given. So let's look at what that really means. This right here, the QSTV, that means this shape inside here is a rhombus, and I've also been told this long side and this long side are congruent, which is kind of hard to mark because I already have some markings in here. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and jump into number 2. If this is a rhombus, what does that mean? Why would they tell me something like that? Well, if it's a rhombus, look, they've given me a diagonal, and I'm probably going to use it in this figure. And the diagonals inside a rhombus actually bisect the angles. So what I'm going to do in this next step here is say that segment QT bisects the angle PTR. And that is because inside a rhombus, if you have a rhombus, the diagonals bisect the angles. And that would specifically be like the opposite angles. Alright, so then number 3, when I know that I've got a bisector, what that now means is I can say that angle PTQ is congruent to angle RTQ. And the reason is because of a definition of a bisector. Now from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and mark those. I've got this side and I've got this angle, and now notice I could use the reflexive property to get QT. QT is congruent to QT, and that is the reflexive property. Now let's look at what we've got here, because now I've got this side, its included angle, and this side, which means this whole triangle here is congruent to this whole triangle here. So number 5, I can say triangle PTQ is congruent to triangle RTQ. And the reason is because here we have a side, an angle, and a side. So this is not similarity, this is just side, angle, side congruence. If you'd rather, you can put the congruent symbol, but it's not similarity, so don't put the similarity tilde. Now number 6, what we're trying to do then is now that I've proven that these triangles are congruent, I can now say PQ is congruent to RQ. And the reason is that once I've proven that I have 2 congruent triangles, the corresponding parts of the congruent triangles are congruent, also known as CPCTC.